Lead is obviously heavier.
I feel
the amount of lead you would have to have in your system to actually make a difference.
When you suffer from lead poisoning, unless you do that, whatever that.
What are you eating? Lead weights?
Well, no. If you have massive lead poisoning, your body mistakes it for calcium and it puts it in your bones, which makes you more dense. Ergo, you sink.
What about titanium? Can I have titanium bones?
I don't know if you get titanium. Does titanium get?
I think everything can turn to a gas. You get it hot enough.
That's not the thing, though. Your body mistakes lead for calcium.
Yeah, but your body can be down. I just want titanium bones.
So maybe you're not.
I'm just saying, I want titanium bones.
Maybe you're not fat. Maybe you're just suffering from lead poisoning.
I am stupid.
It's like, well, I have been using my words not good, and I'm having a harder time floating.
Dude, I am getting dumber, so maybe because I couldn't spell candidate.
It's like, I'm not fat. I have lead poisoning. Fuck you, scale.
It's just my bones are heavier.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this is the lost art of common sense. And this week we'll be talking about the Republican debate and, the Trump interview with Tucker Carlson. So, I don't know how long this episode is going to last. I'm going to try to, I think it should last too long. I think if you're an avid listener to us, you probably watch the debate on your own because we have nothing but scholarly people on our, podcast.
That's right, viewers and listeners.
I sound
You're
so
awesome.
stupid. All right, let's get to it. Josh, give me your thoughts on the debate. Was it worth watching? Let's do this before we go any farther.
I think it was kind of, it was entertaining. I mean, I wasn't sure, is this going to be boring or whatever. I mean, I think it was kind of a shit show too, but I mean, I watched until the end.
Same here. I wasn't bored with it, but I don't think I learned really that much about anybody that I did.
Not really.
Everybody pretty much said their things that they've already said over and over again. No one went off script. I mean, Ramaswamy did a little bit, him fighting with Pence and
Chris Crispy.
Fatty McGee. So, that was entertaining. But, I mean, other than that, I think Haley did all right in some of her answers. But, again, she's not going to garner any votes, really. And I think if you have less than 5% heading into – if you're less than 5% at the Iowa, I think caucus, you should just drop out.
Well,
I know a lot of these people are just looking for cabinet positions.
That's what I think. That's what I don't think, and I agree. Somebody said on some show that they highly doubt anyone on that stage is getting picked for VP, and I don't think they will be.
No, but I think Ramaswamy wants to be picked for VP.
Yeah, he's not,
because he's basically Trump Brown. So orange
man bad. You can't say the other one because that's racist.
No, you cannot. So let's not.
But yeah, I would think, and I don't know. I mean, he's a businessman. I think Ramaswamy would be a decent treasurer secretary, and then I think DeSantis should be Secretary of State if Trump won, and they're looking for cabinet members.
Okay,
and Haley can go right back to her old job.
I think what was that? The state? What the hell is that? What Hillary Clinton was?
Secretary of State.
Yeah. Is that what you said DeSantis should be? Yeah, me too.
Well, I think DeSantis, if he was going to run, I think unopposed by somebody like Trump who sucks all the air out of the room, he needs that foreign experience. He needs that foreign policy experience.
You can kind of tell he didn't really have it yesterday when he was asked about Ukraine.
I don't think Fox did all that good of a job though, because they asked, not everybody got a chance to answer for every question, which I get. I think Pence can be, and I'll get into that.
Yeah.
being blamed for that. But like, there were like,
I mean, I think Tim
You didn't
Scott
get-
answered like 2 questions.
oh yeah, he was forgettable in it.
Yeah.
I think the governors were too, even though the one on the left,
Hutchinson.
Burgum.
Oh, Burgum.
Yeah, I can't stand Hutchinson, but Burgum was. He got to talk a decent amount, but yeah, it's just I don't think
didn't
it
mind
was.
him, but we'll get into it.
I don't think it was ran good, and I think that they should be able to cut mics.
I do too.
When you get some jackass that just won't shut up, cut their mic.
Yeah, because I mean, Pence kind of tried to get in on everything.
Well, it's because Pence took credit for everything that Trump did. So anytime somebody said something about Trump's administration or Trump years, he felt like that was attack against him. You're the vice president. Like, he might have done some negotiation, but he was negotiating on behalf of Trump. Like, this is what Trump wants. That's what he did. He's like, yeah, the Trump Pence. And like, people can say what they want about January 6th or the election or any of that shit. Pence has no chance in hell because
No,
he
burned Trump. I mean, he's been burning Trump. I mean,
and
that's what he's been
he keeps
doing.
going out and saying, I couldn't have done anything. If he couldn't have done anything, they wouldn't have made a law that now says the vice president can't do anything.
Yeah, so he could have done something. He just didn't.
So, I don't know.
So, and
So,
I just learned that out from the interview with Trump. So,
Well, I remember hearing about them.
I
passing
remember
that law,
hearing that.
but nobody talked about it. Like, oh, this is a big thing. So
Well,
apparently,
there was a
Pence
bunch of
could
people
have
said
done
you
something.
couldn't. There were some people said you could, and like, you just don't know what the truth is because no one really knows.
Well, and the problem with that means,
Because it hasn't been done since, well, forever.
well, and the problem with that whole thing is, so if there is a bunch of blatant fraud, it doesn't matter. Well, you should have done a better job because it is what it is.
Yeah.
So there is no stopgap. There is nothing because even the way the system seemed to be set up is you can't do anything until after the fact. There's no grievance until basically Biden became president.
Yeah.
And then nothing was going to happen after that.
Agreed.
So I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was kind of a shit show. I don't think it really helped. The only person I think it helped was Trump.
Yeah, I think what it did was.
I think Trump won the debate.
Well, I don't think anybody won. I mean, there was a few losers, but I don't think anybody won.
I think it was a tie between DeSantis and Ramaswamy, Haley. I'll just go into the list.
All right, let's go. Let's go from the bottom up.
From the bottom up.
So from the people with the least amount of whatever votes or poll results, whatever, to the top.
Okay.
So Burgum is the first one. What did you
Burgum.
think of him?
I mean, I didn't disagree with what he had to say. He's forgettable. He's not a good, and he might have been nervous, but like I don't understand how was he? He was a governor, right?
He's governor in North Dakota, I guess.
Yeah. How did you become governor and that bad at talking? Like he just seemed like real nervous.
Like he seemed like a person from like a small town,
But he's soft spoken, and he won't make it because he doesn't have enough presence.
Yeah.
To be made. But I mean, I agree with the stuff he said.
I thought he actually like the points he made were good. Like, I agreed with the abortion issue. It should be a state thing. I don't think that's a federal law that should be made.
No, they said like the decision just said that the federal government. I don't understand that. Like, I guess they were saying the Supreme Court can't make the thing because it says it's not in the Constitution, so it goes back to the states. So then some other person's like, well, no, it's either the states decided or it has to be passed as a law. Well, what the hell was it before?
Well, I that's what I don't get. What was it before? Was it a law or not?
Well, I don't know, and I'm pro-life, but like, it's not a federal. I don't like the federal government being in our business.
But I mean, he made it how it should be. That's how he said it. It should be like, it should be county, state, then federal. I mean, that's how the government should work.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, there shouldn't be.
The federal government should have the 10th Amendment saying that's how the government should be.
If you want to get a bunch of people that use abortion and baby killing as a form of birth control, then move to a state with a bunch of deviants that do that.
Yeah.
If you don't, move to a state that actually, has some kind of.
So somehow, like, I think Texas, Iowa, Florida, I think a lot of states in the South have like that 6-week, the heartbeat bill.
Mm-hmm.
So if they make it a federal one and they move to 15 weeks, so everybody like.
Well, 15 weeks is when they say the nervous system forms and they can feel pain.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean.
And if that's true, how in the hell does anybody have a late term abortion? Like, that's when it's weird. Like, that's when you think, Because that's the problem with, they call it abortion. It's not, it's killing a baby. And
Now,
especially, you could say once it's a fully formed fetus, then it's a person. Before that, it's kind of like a tadpole.
yeah.
But that's what it is. So they try to change it, and it's like, it's just weird to think, yeah, that should be common sense. You're killing something that feels you killing it.
Yeah, the
And
only way you should have a late term removal is if the baby somehow perishes in the womb.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's what I didn't understand about that, because and we consider dead when your heart stops, so that's why the heartbeat bills make sense.
Yes.
It's like, well, what if I get drunk and have a bunch of unprotected sex? Well, bad on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Make better choices with your life.
I don't understand that, but that's why it's so weird that it's such a polarizing thing that drove people to the polls. Why we didn't have the red monsoon in 2022?
Well,
because
technically,
people really love
we
killing
did.
babies.
More Republicans voted in the midterms than I've ever voted in the midterms for. Says that they all voted in red states that were going to elect the same people anyway. So
Yeah, but yeah, that's why it's a weird thing for people to drive that home. And then, if the woman has that choice, then the guy should have a choice whether or not, because she's making a choice whether or not I want to be a mother or not.
Yep.
So then the guy should be able to have the choice. Well, I want to be a father or not. But that's not the way it works.
No.
It's like, nope, you did the deed. She had the kid. You're with it. I'm like, all
Somehow
right, well,
we all want to be
did
equal until we don't.
Yeah, because it's like, what if the dad wants the kid? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, it's my body. Who cares?
Yeah.
So that baby in your body is a body.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That whole thing's weird. I think that's part of the evil that's going on this planet. But Burgum, I think he did fine. He was just forgettable.
Yeah, I just don't think anybody knows who he is. Anybody, nobody knows. He's just not a very energetic guy.
Well, and then Hutchinson.
It doesn't help he comes from a small populous state either. So
Yeah.
what has North Dakota? I mean, it's a rich state because they got a shit ton of oil there.
Get oil in them hills.
Oh, in the hills.
But Hutchinson, I don't know what his beef is with Trump, and he's almost like Crispy, where he just talks mad shit about Trump.
He does.
And like I said when I texted you when we were watching it, and I added one. So if you took the DNA goo from George H. Bush and who's the other, Bob Dole,
Yep.
and Jack Nicholson from Batman,
And
and threw them in a bowl, mixed them together. That's
he does
what you
have
get.
kind of the Jack Nicholson Batman smile. Oh my God! Yeah, holy
He's
cow.
got the voice and mannerisms of Bush and Dole, and he looks like Jack Nicholson from Batman.
Yeah,
I don't like that guy.
I don't either. I didn't
He was
think
a
he did
lockdown
well.
dude.
He was a bad. I don't think he was a very good governor, even though he says he was. But I mean, who's going to be like, well,
I
I
was
kind
a
of shit.
governor,
I
but-
kind of shit the bed of being a governor, but as your president, I will not.
Well, he could be like old Beto. He just fails up. I've never really done
But
anything.
he won something. He
But,
won. He was a governor, so he won something.
No, he wasn't a governor. Beto was like
No, Asa Hutchinson. He won something, so he's not like Beto. Beto somehow just keeps failing, and
I don't even know if was he a state senator or something.
Was he?
I don't know.
I don't think he was anything, was he?
He just kept losing.
I think he just kept losing and just was like, well, I can't be a senator.
Can't be a senator. Can't be a governor.
Are
Or
we
can't be
pro-
a president.
Yeah.
I'm going to run for governor.
Yeah, he can't do any of that.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't think he was anything. I swear to God, I don't think he was anything.
And then, so I don't like that guy. I don't care what he had to say. Nothing he had to say was like, he was another
Again.
one of those guys that just said shit but didn't have any meaning.
Yeah,
And a lot of it was like anti-Trump.
yeah.
And then Crispy, he's just a dick. He's literally only running to talk shit about Trump because Trump didn't give him a job.
I
as
did like
administrator.
his and Ramaswamy's.
His back and forth was good, but he's literally, and I don't
Oh, I
care.
know.
You can watch him. He's only running because Trump wouldn't give him a job when he was president.
Yeah, he was very
he's-
mad about that.
He's just running to talk shit, and then because any compliment he gave to people on the stage, it was a compliment because they said something bad about Trump.
Yeah,
He's pathetic. He's the only person that got booed so much that literally nobody could hear anyone.
I mean, the whole crowd it seemed like booed.
He was
him.
like, "No, but I got 14% in New Hampshire."
Yeah, but they had to turn around and quiet the whole crowd down because they were booing him so loud.
And I think he was talking shit about Trump.
He was talking shit about Trump. I think he said that he wouldn't pardon him or something.
Well, and that's funny
He
because
deserved to be locked up.
people say Trump's petty. And
Well,
he kinda is.
he goes, well, he's got all these indictments. Like, everybody knows these indictments are bullshit.
Yeah.
And that they're a way to, like, manipulate the...
Well, and like he's saying, this isn't the way that a president should act. Well, how should a president...
Yeah, how should he know?
Who else has been president that dealt with the amount of bullshit he did?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. He's like, oh, I'm above that. Whatever, guy on the beach while everyone was locked down.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I can't stand Chris Crispy. And poor Scott.
Tim Scott? Yeah. Oh, my God.
I felt bad for him.
I did, too. I mean, he's not a great speaker.
No, so his time ran out a lot. And then they just stopped asking him questions.
Well, it's because he speaks so slowly.
He stormed, like, he just left.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, they asked him, like, 2 questions, and that was it. I like Tim Scott. I think he's a good senator.
The only thing I didn't like about Tim Scott that he
Is
ever
he a
did,
senator or a congressman?
senator.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He attacked
South Carolina, right?
Yep, he attacked DeSantis from the left about that bullshit they were saying about the curriculum. When they got rid of critical race theory.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were trying to make it sound like they were saying, oh, yeah, good came out of slavery. I'm like, no, the lesson was people got out of slavery and made something of themselves after the fact. That part was good.
Yes.
It's not saying, oh, thank God for slavery because they did good here.
Yeah.
But like he went after DeSantis on that. But you can disagree with people on the right or like that. You never attack them from the left.
No, if you want to attack somebody, attack them from the right.
I didn't like that. Like he just felt like he must have felt like he had to say something. But I did. I liked what he had to say. I liked what he had to say about a lot of stuff. It's just like he was drowned out.
He's also a person he's not very charismatic.
Yeah.
You know, he's easily forgettable.
Well, and then after the debate, he just left. Didn't do any post interview. I mean, I wouldn't either. I'd be kind of pissed, but I don't know if it'd be. I think it'd be 50-50. It's like, well, I should have spoke up more, should have been more, whatever. But at the same time, they didn't. I don't think Martha and Brett. I think his name is Brett.
Brett
Baer did a good job.
No, I don't think so either.
Of mediating that debate.
Yeah. And I don't like that they asked Christie the alien question.
I know. He's like, oh, I get the alien question. Like, yeah, it's serious, dick.
Yeah, act like this is real, man.
Because
it is real.
Real demons.
That's because no aliens ever visit you because you're a fat piece of shit.
Well, there are aliens in an underground base somewhere in the United States that do eat people, so they might actually go after them for surplus.
There is not man eating people.
What are you talking about?
Like, where'd they find that delicacy? That's not a delicacy.
It's like enzymes.
No. It's not like they have humans on their planet like, oh my God.
No,
I love this stuff.
The United States government knows about
They're
it.
like, hey,
they just
you want to try this person? Take a bite out of this dude.
They just
He's a real
know
dick.
Who they're picking. Like,
no one likes Janet from the office, from accounting. You just go ahead and take a bite. If you like it, we'll get you some more.
It's a real conspiracy.
That's a stupid conspiracy.
As far as the guy who started it. Now, the things around, I can't remember the name of the base, starts with a D, but the guy who started the story about it, like, his story's blown to hell. But that's the thing.
Oh
I know about all the things, Kevin.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I still understand, like,
you want a good conspiracy theory, you come to me.
Oh, maybe it's like going to the ocean and getting some, some whatever you call it, sushi from the ocean, Maybe it's just that quick of a trip for them. I don't know.
Yeah, they said that the U.S. government trades technology for people.
Like, you just wave like a pizza in front of somebody. You're like, oh my God, free pizza. You start eating it and they jerk you up into their spaceship. And you're like, oh, like we got a good one. Like a big fat guy.
Being eaten.
Yeah.
Like, you better watch it. I'm about to bust apart in about 50 other of me's.
That's why skinny people.
Androids.
Yeah, that's probably why who's trying to fatten us up is the aliens.
Yeah.
To eat us.
I'm just saying.
They probably came up with corn syrup.
It all tracks, Kevin.
We got the corn syrup from the aliens.
Right.
And they're just, here, you know what smells good?
Oh, it's like the Jell-O blocks from Snowpiercer.
Yeah, you know what smells good? It's this nice Cajun soap.
Oh, that's so spicy.
All right, yeah. So okay. So the next guy so Scott got screwed. I think we both agreed.
Yeah, I think
Scott got
all of
screwed.
them. I think he got screwed the most.
Yeah. Then the next guy was a complete ass. I think
he was an ass. Like, I don't know if he was trying to make himself look. For one thing, he came off as overly self-righteous. And I mean, whatever, maybe he is, but he just like you do that, and then he comes off as a dick because he's interrupting everybody. He's making everything about him, me, and he just wouldn't shut up.
Oh, I
And
know.
I don't like his voice.
I don't eat. Well, it's weird. It's like very monotone yet bitchy at the same time.
And preachy.
Yeah, and preachy.
I just like, I didn't mind him as vice president because he kind of kept his head down. He did what he was supposed to do.
I forgot that if you didn't know, like, for probably 3 out of the 4 years that Trump was president, I forgot about Pence. It wasn't until he did the COVID thing. He was
Most vice
ahead of the
presidents,
COVID task force. Well done, sir.
most vice presidents, like if it wasn't for Fahrenheit 9/11, you wouldn't even really know about Gore, other than he lost to Bush and fucking.
Oh, you're talking about the global warming one?
Yeah. Now, why wasn't Gore thrown in jail for suing Bush over election interference?
Because
You
he's
know
a
what the
Democrat, dummy.
You know what the big difference to that was? They investigated, they checked it out, they recounted. Now that was different. I think his was a counting thing. But
It was
like,
the
that
tabs.
was resolved
Yeah.
before the person was put in office,
Yeah.
and that did not happen for Trump.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Pence has no chance in hell of ever holding any national office.
Yeah, I got tired of him and Ramaswamy talking back and forth. I mean, it's just because I didn't like Pence. He just seems so holier than thou. Like, oh, I've done this before. Yeah, but I mean, like the one thing you had was the COVID thing. He pretty much just handed that off to Fauci, and
He was
pretty
the
much,
COVID czar.
Yeah,
So technically, it's all Pence's fault.
basically.
He put Pence in charge, and he screwed us all.
Well, not the spending.
Well, they did beat him up. That is one thing they said about Trump
Yeah.
is the $8 trillion, which that was brought up. Trump didn't really rein in any spending either.
But he never said he was a fiscal conservative either, though.
No, which is a businessman.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's what pisses me off when Biden's like, I cut the deficit. Yeah, by raising taxes on everyone, dick.
No, I mean the deficit is you spent less than that 1 year.
Yeah, they estimate how much money they're going to come in based on the taxes, and then how much money they're going to spend.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, I cut the deficit. No one has any idea what the fuck he's talking about. It just sounds good.
You know, he doesn't have a surplus.
Yeah.
So until somebody has a surplus, shut the fuck up.
And then like, oh, we can't.
You're still adding to the debt.
Well, that one budget when Bush got elected, we had a surplus. So
Yeah.
instead of putting that toward the debt, he's just like, oh, I'm going to buy votes and send everybody money.
Yeah, it's like $120 or something.
It was $1,200.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, at least you had a surplus, though.
I know, but like,
Well, I know. Put it towards the debt. Always.
we owe money.
I know we do. Do we? It's just a made up thing, I
It
guess.
is a made up thing. Money's not real anymore.
So,
Nothing's tangible.
Nikki Haley, I thought had a pretty good. I mean, not horrible. I guess it was better than what I thought she was going to do.
Yeah.
I thought she made some pretty good points. I thought her, like, again, the abortion issue, she's like, well, you know, you got to have the votes in the Senate, and talking to Pence, you need to have the votes in the Senate and the House.
She had a realist outlook
Yeah.
on abortion.
Also, she's like, hey, you can't say, like, it's just the Democrat spending. We spent, she brought up I think she's the one who brought up all the 8 point,
Yeah, she is.
the trillions of dollars we spent, because she's like, hey, we're doing it too, so we got to rein it in. As
Everybody in
Republicans.
Washington is shit. She was, yeah, she did all right. I mean, it's not like I was going to vote for her anyway, or anybody. Really.
Well, I'm just saying, like, she did
as
better
far as
than
a
I thought.
contender, I pretty much figured she was done when she was making a case for Ukraine.
If anything, she kept herself in the race longer, I think, with the debate.
Yeah.
I don't think she definitely didn't hurt herself. I think, if anything, she may have got
No, but
a
I
few
don't
more
know
people
how.
looking at her.
Unless you're going for the independents, remarks like, if you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Like, how many votes are you really going to pick up for that in the Republican Party? Like, we don't need shit like that on the right.
I don't think Republicans are gender. We don't
They're
vote
not.
somebody
It's
because
like,
of gender
If
or
you
race.
say shit that I'm hearing that I like, I'll vote for you. I don't give a fuck what your race or sex is.
That's exactly how Republicans are. Like, just fix it.
It's like,
Just
yeah,
make the country better, and make it so I don't have to spend $70 and get like 3 eggs, a loaf of bread, and a carton of milk.
But yeah, I don't think she has a
She doesn't have a chance.
no. But she didn't do bad. Like
I
as
mean,
far
she's
as
already.
that went,
She was kind of in Trump's. I mean, because she was.
she's a UN.
Yeah, she was the UN ambassador
Yeah, I think,
for the
sure.
U.S. So I mean, I
She
guess
did a good job there.
I don't know. I don't really follow what the UN does, anyways.
Stupid stuff.
It's dumb. I think the UN's dumb. I think NATO's dumb. I think mostly the WHO's dumb. Anything that we mostly fund and every other country just prospers off of.
Well,
I
that's
hate.
why a lot of people are. That's why some people really like Yogoslami. Ramaswamy.
Yoga. What'd you call him? Hillshire Salami?
Yeah, Hillshire Salami. Well, I can't remember his name. Ramaswamy. If I had that written on my hand, I would remember.
Hillshire's.
You knew who I was talking about.
No, I didn't. I was like, I couldn't figure it out until you said what he said. And I was like, are you talking about Ramaswamy? You're like, oh, yeah. Like, I thought you were literally talking about Hillshire Farms, like salami at first.
It is delicious.
It is delicious, but
And you know what? That's coming up pretty soon. You'll start seeing the gift shops in the malls.
no.
But like he's a hardcore isolationist. Like
Yeah.
here's the thing though, and this is what I don't like about Haley or anybody who promotes Ukraine. So he said, and DeSantis kind of agrees, even though he kind of backed off a little bit and said Europe needs to do more, but we'll keep doing it. Ramaswamy's like, nope, we're done. And a lot of people in the Republican Party are pretty well that way. There's actually commercials on Republicans need to be behind Ukraine. Well, they're trying to make it like we need to do this for moral stuff. Like they move past we can't let Russia do whatever they
There's
want.
plenty of democratic countries that are in war right now, or having.
It's not even democracy. Like Crispy goes over there and said, "I had to see what the Russians were doing to the Ukrainians myself." I'm like, all right, well, how about you head down to Africa and go fucking take a look at those kids with their arms chopped off, their faces all fucked up.
How about you just go to the southern border and see the women that have been raped and tortured?
This is a moral thing. We should be sending military arms to anyone who's not fucking up people.
Yeah. Well, just go to the border.
Don't make it a moral thing. It's a money thing.
It is a money thing. Everybody knows it's a cash grab, and that's what this whole Ukraine thing.
I'm not saying that the people in Ukraine aren't suffering, but this could have been stopped way long ago, and we let it go on.
Who the hell went over to?
And you know how I think
Elizabeth Warren, Lindsey Graham, and I think some other Democrat senator went over to Ukraine while Maui just got done. We're still counting the bodies.
Like recently?
Yes, as the Maui wildfires were just ravaging on, they went to Ukraine to meet with Zelensky.
I don't understand.
Lindsey Graham is a piece of shit, and the fact that Trump keeps bringing him up.
He needs to be kicked out in 2026 because he almost lost his seat in what was it, 22?
Yeah,
or no, it was 18.
Yeah,
he almost lost his seat, so he's coming up in this election.
Was it 22? So it's every 4 years, right?
I just remember he was begging for people to vote for him because he had.
Maybe it wasn't last. No, I think I'm thinking McConnell.
I think he's only been back for 2 years.
Maybe.
No, but it was during Trump. So maybe it's 2020.
Yeah, so then he is up this year. Or next year. No, it's not 6 years, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I thought it was 4 years. Then they switch off, they alternate.
2 years for Congress, 4 years for president, 6 years for senator.
That's right, it is.
That's called civics.
That's right.
Which is one of the things that old Ramaswamy, and I agreed with.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. I think anybody to graduate high school should be able to pass the civics test. Because nobody knows shit. And that's one thing he said I agree with. And yeah, it's dark and we always want to be like, yeah, America, we're fucking awesome. But he's not wrong.
No.
There's a definite lack of identity in this country. And people don't know what the fuck it means to be American. It's not sitting around fucking sapping off welfare.
Nope.
It's not sitting around bitching about, oh, woe is me. America was great because we're like, nope,
we
we're
built
do
our
it
country.
Way.
We built the country.
Yeah.
We built the country off of blood, sweat, and tears. And now people are prospering from all that hard work our previous generations put in, and so they can be lazy pieces of shit. And that's what's happening. And people, especially those un-American fucking Americans that, hate this country because whatever fucking reason. Those are the laziest pieces of shit that haven't done anything for society. And those are the people always bitching.
They need to be
and they don't
thrown
understand
on a
how much
keister.
effort and blood and everything came into making this country great.
Well, that just goes hardcore to good times make for soft men, and that's where we're at. But yeah, I think he did good. Like I said, I think
Ramaswamy. I mean, I didn't like.
I think Ramaswamy and DeSantis tied.
I think what Ramaswamy is a smart guy. I think he studied a lot of debates, a lot of speeches, and
they say he stole Obama's line
exactly word for word.
Yeah.
So the who's this small skinny guy
with a weird name?
Yeah, that's exactly what Obama said. I mean, word for word. And maybe he didn't do it maybe he did subconsciously, he watched because let's be real, Obama was a great speaker.
You know what he should have said? Is skinny guy with a weirder name.
Yeah, with a weirder name. But I mean, let's be real, Obama was a great speaker. So yeah, if you want to learn how to speak and connect with people, he'd be a good one to.
What are you talking about?
Obama?
Obama was a good speech reader.
Well,
that dude could not talk for shit off the cuff.
No, but I mean, he did know how to good inflection points and shit.
But yeah, he was good at reading the teleprompter. He was not good off the cuff. That's why I never got he's such a well-spoken leader. What?
Well, when he read.
Well, yeah, if when I read.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
Then I think DeSantis didn't hurt himself. I don't think he gained anything.
I think it was neutral. I think him and Ramaswamy tied for as far as debate.
I think DeSantis did well by, and I would have done this too, is you keep pointing out what he did in Florida because he's done great in Florida. He's done great things in Florida.
His problem is he needed to come out way ahead, and I think he just held it.
I think what he wanted was what he got. I don't know, everything. Because I don't think he wanted. I think Ramaswamy did him a favor because I think everybody was going to go after DeSantis because he was the second highest. I mean, only 17% of the vote, but he was in second place.
Yeah.
But I think he was more afraid everybody was going to attack him.
I think he would have done better.
But then Ramaswamy just got on everybody's nerves.
Oh yeah, he was.
So
Ramaswamy was literally talking shit about everybody.
So then he became the lightning rod for everybody else, and DeSantis had to be like, "Well, I'll just shut the fuck up." And
DeSantis. The problem with him is he's all business, so he doesn't have a whole lot of personality.
He does not have personality.
Even when he tries, it comes off as fake.
So I think, he smiles weird.
It's awkward.
I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't like that. But
Ramaswamy smells like a used car salesman.
Yeah. So I think DeSantis is the opposite of Trump, personality wise. I think policy wise, it'd be pretty close, except for foreign policy. I don't think he has any foreign. But I mean, Trump had.
I think he believes in a strong America and stuff like that. I mean, Trump.
I really enjoyed DeSantis's fucking border fucking answer where
shooting cartel members. Yeah, there should be nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
All you got
it's an invasion.
Is label them a terrorist organization and then just start popping them off as they cross the border.
He was like, "Yeah, we'll go into Mexico."
And I did find out. I think we talked about earlier, but with. Ramaswamy saying, I never heard him actually say it, but people saying that, China can have Taiwan, but they left out the part once we're making our own semiconductors.
I think he wants to do it by 2028 or whatever, 2027. Or
I still wouldn't let Taiwan get taken over China because that's a good asset to have.
Well, you don't want that. You don't want fucking China having superconductors anyways.
Well, and that's what leads to world wars, though. I'm cool with us taking care of our own. You can't be a total isolationist to where China takes over Taiwan. I get that, but it's not the time to prevent that isn't after the war starts.
Yes.
The time to take care of that is to prevent the war altogether.
Yeah, prevent it from
happening. Which is what I don't care what anybody says about how Trump treated Putin. Putin didn't attack anybody under Trump years.
Yeah.
So it's no, you get in there and you're nope, we're putting military assets on Taiwan. You don't like it, pound sand.
Yep, agreed.
And I don't think anybody's going to fuck with somebody who they think is borderline crazy.
I agree. Do you think there was a clear number 2 from this?
As far as like to Trump, I mean, I don't know.
Do you think there will be a second, somebody like it's going to short, the fields are going to shorten. Who do you think will be the two?
I think the 2 governors are dropping off. I don't think I'll be surprised if they can make it. I think he won't, but I think Chris Christie should just drop out because he's running for the wrong reasons. And now I say that, but technically, I think Trump originally ran because of that Prestoner.
Yeah,
where that guy was talking shit about Trump and running for president. I think he did that, and I think he's actually running now. People say he's not running out of vengeance and stuff like that. He wants to be president. He wants to finish his legacy. But I guarantee you, if he gets reelected, there's going to be heads rolling.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Not, metaphorically.
I don't think we need to go over any moments that stood out to you. I think we kind of covered the whole thing. How many do you think will be there for the second debate? September 27th, I believe it is. I can scooch that over a little bit. 27th. They had to have 50,000 votes or 50,000 donors, and 3% in 2 national polls. How many people do you think can pull that off?
Probably. I see it. I'm not even 100% sure Pence will make it. So I don't know. I think Ron and Ramaswamy.
Yep.
For sure. Possibly Crispy. Haley will make it. I think Scott will make it. And I'm not 100% sure about Trump or Pence.
I would say DeSantis, Ramaswamy. I
doubt the 2 governors have a chance now.
I think no, they don't. They're out. Scott could be a Scott. I think Scott and Haley might be garnering some votes in South Carolina because they're both from there.
Yeah.
So maybe those 2.
That'd be rough, like both being like somewhat contenders and being from the same state.
Yeah. So maybe those 2, but I the only ones I'm absolutely sure of are, Trump, Ramaswamy, and DeSantis.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Everybody else is either on the fence or not going to make it, I think.
Well, and just after getting booed like Crispy did, I think
the only people that actually like Crispy is the anti-Trump Republicans, which aren't Republicans.
The anti-Trump Republicans that sent this country into a death spiral. The other side has an excuse. They're stupid. You don't. You're just an emotional loser that put your own personal feelings above the country.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong, Kevin. You're can't.
I cannot. So, all right. Should Trump participate in the second debate? If it's down to like him, Ramaswamy,
if it's down to like 4
DeSantis.
or 5 people, maybe, yeah. Because I think Trump won the debate because it worked out pretty good where the people in the debate just tore each other up.
Yeah. And that's exactly what you want.
About Biden. I don't think they talked enough crap about Biden. I think you could blame that on the moderators.
Yeah.
But
well, it's Fox News, just like every other goddamn news source are bought and paid for by a fucking
because
by
Brett Baer has said some stuff every now and again. Like now, Martha McClellan.
I don't know.
McKellen.
I don't watch Fox News.
She's pretty solid. And she's never like Brett Baer's got caught saying some shady shit, and like even the lady who does what the heck? She starts with an F. Faulkner. She also does Outnumbered. I don't know if you. I don't know that.
I don't watch any. Fox
she was the one.
Once in a while, I'll catch Jesse Walters. Anymore.
She's pretty conservative, yet she was the one that told somebody to stop talking about Soros. Like we don't need to talk about. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was awkward.
That's because they're bought and paid for by fucking Democrats. So.
But I think I don't think it would hurt him, but I think it was a smart move.
I think so as well
to not do it.
So he did do something. He went and he did an interview with Tucker Carlson. I think he posted it at the same time.
He might have. I didn't watch until the after because I didn't know that it was happening.
Do you think that? Do you think he? Obviously he did it on purpose, but do you think he just did fuck with people, like fuck with everybody else?
Maybe. Well, I'm glad it was a real interview though, and not like a live thing of him reacting to. He doesn't need to do that. Like
you're the winner. You don't need to react to people.
Well, yeah. The one thing that I'm over is you've been president. You've done stuff. People know that what you've done, if they're not dumb, works.
Yep.
So, like, him constantly, like, I'm tired of the whole Ron DeSantimonious bullshit.
I'm tired of him going after any other candidate because, I mean, you're winning by 30, 40 points.
He's winning by 60 points.
Yeah, and you know what? Just go after Biden.
Yeah. Go after Biden. Explain to people how you're going to fix the country. That's all you have to do because you've already done it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing.
It's not like Biden's not constantly giving him ammunition to go after him.
No. Well, in any Democrat, I don't know who the hell, because I'll be surprised if on the ballot, Biden's on the ballot in 2024.
There is no way. After this whole, I mean, this Maui thing was
But,
wow.
But he has to step down.
Yeah.
And I don't think he will because obviously he's senile.
Well, he's got his handlers to do. He's just doing what people tell him anymore.
Yeah, but I don't think if it comes to, all right, Joe, unless they make like a fake office at his home and he thinks he's still president. But
I mean,
like,
I think
who the hell's going to step up? Gavin Newsom, like, I don't know. I didn't think Biden had a chance to help win in which, most secure election.
there is nobody else that can win though.
But like, Gavin Newsom, what the hell's he going to run on?
He got
fucked up California and now I'm coming to fuck up the country.
He got recalled.
Yeah.
You got recalled and you think you're
like, how did people, but people are dumb and they don't remember shit. So like the one thing Gavin Newsom has, he's got a weird head. I don't know if you ever noticed that. It's like weird. Like, back. He's a good talker.
Yeah.
And he lies. Like he can lie. Like you can tell, I think he actually believes his own bullshit.
Yeah, but he immediately contradicts what he says. So immediately.
Yeah, but I think that I don't know anybody because RFK has no chance in hell because the media's totally done a black. Now, if he got fair media coverage, he could probably get Biden to run for his money. But he's on a media blackout. I don't know who the hell this other lady is. She's a business owner.
No one's ever heard anything.
But she's running, but nobody knows who the hell she is.
Has anybody heard anything she ever?
Yeah, on Fox, I think.
Is that it?
Yes, pretty sure.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything she said.
She hasn't done this podcast, so who the hell knows?
No one's done this podcast.
I know.
If any presidential, person, nominee or not, what is that?
Candidate.
Why can't I not remember that word? Why can if any candidate? So any presidential candidate wants to come to our show, please let us know. And if you know anybody who is running for president, let them know of our show by subscribing, and sharing our podcast.
That's right. Talk to the camera, though, not yourself.
No, I'm talking to everybody.
That would be cool. We'd be so fair.
We would be fair. I would be fair. I'd ask them real questions.
Yeah.
Well, you bitch.
Why be such a bitch, man? It's called alpha.
Yeah, tell the people what you want to say.
Dragon energy, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right. So, speaking of the Trump interview, what were your thoughts on it? I thought he did a pretty good job. I think it was his best interview since the last Tucker Carlson interview. I don't think he went off the rails. I don't think, he really didn't go
off the rails for Trump.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you expect some, showmanship from Trump. So,
I think it was good. I think maybe you should just do interviews with Tucker Carlson. Like, I know some people were.
I think Tucker brings out the best in him.
The funny thing is Tucker asked him twice. Well, they impeached. Well, they tried to set you.
About him.
They impeached you.
Somebody
now they're trying to throw
him?
you in jail. The only next step is murder. Do you think they're going to try to kill you? I asked him twice. He just went right past it.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he wants to think about it. I think Trump's one of those people who thinks he's going to live forever.
Probably. He might. He might be an android.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I think
his android might be getting built and he's waiting for Elon Musk to download it.
I thought he really did good with the foreign policy stuff, about Ukraine.
Well, a lot of people didn't like what he was saying. Oh, it's old news 2016. It's the same shit. It's the same problem.
Everything we have is the same. Yes, same problems, but way worse.
Way worse.
Because you know what happened? Biden got elected and made everything way worse.
Yeah, undid everything that Trump did.
It's like it's like what Obama did to this country. Biden said, "Hold my beer," and just been went balls out ruining things.
Well, and do you think so when he said, "What's the first thing you attack?" Or
he said border, but he said
border,
we can do multiple things.
Multiple things, but I agree. That's
the border has to be the first thing for any president coming in
because that's a drag on everything.
Yes,
It's not only killing hundreds of thousands of people because of
But
the
it's
drugs.
also destroying the economy.
Yeah, like that. I think that was a good answer.
Yeah.
I think by him being elected, that's going to start to level off the economy just by him being elected.
Oh, for sure.
And I think that's also, if he's elected, is going to cool the waters of foreign policy issues.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
people don't get it. That's why I like Trump. Trump annoys the shit out of me how he goes out of his way to make things harder on himself.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of your own fucking way. But as far as what we need right now to help save this country and pretty well stave off a world war is Trump.
Yeah.
Because of the clout he already has, people like already know him. He just gets into office, and I guarantee you a lot of shit would change the day he gets elected.
Agreed.
And then
100%.
the day he's inaugurated, doves shall fly from the air, like they do every day.
I'm not gonna lie, he's got my vote. I was leaning kind of 50-50 on him and DeSantis. But I mean, just from that interview, I'm like, damn, that's
Well, and it's really, for me, it's like the more fucked up the country and world gets, the more I'm like, yep.
really.
We need Trump back.
If it's not Trump, I'm gonna vote any Republican in. So it doesn't matter.
Here's a question: do you think if Trump actually got found guilty and had to go to jail, does the Secret Service have to go to jail with him?
I don't know how that works. Yes, right?
I would think. Or what are they going to strip his Secret Service
He can't.
detail? Because he's still an ex-president.
Where's that? That's not written anywhere. He gets it for life.
Yeah, I mean that would be weird. Sorry, boys, we're all going to jail.
Like, does he? Wonder what his Secret Service detail is, anyways.
I don't know. They're always around him.
I mean, they're supposed to be armed, right?
Yeah,
So what happens when the jail doesn't allow?
that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't. How does this work?
I don't. No one knows because you know why? Because this
Because
is
we don't do this in this
unprecedented territory. Because you know what we don't do in this country? Arrest political opponents
Well, that's what
or
I'm saying.
ex-presidents.
That's why, like, and it's hardcore, and that's how you know that 2020
Do
election wasn't
governors
on
get Secret Service?
No.
No, right? Yeah.
Not even like the Speaker.
I
of the
know
House.
a couple Illinois
I think the
governors went
Speaker
to.
of the. I don't even think the Speaker of the House gets Secret Service
I don't
unless
think
there's
so.
an
I think
actual
it's
threat.
president, vice president, and the president's family, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Because other than that, they like take care of bank fraud
Yeah,
and counterfeit.
Yeah.
That's like what they do.
yeah. So I mean, I was thinking that
Right now,
I know for a fact that a couple of Illinois governors went to jail, so I didn't know.
yeah.
Went to prison, so but I don't
Well,
know.
Trump pardoned one of them,
Yeah,
but yeah. Well, I mean, their biggest job now is just making sure that Joe doesn't walk into bushes. But I don't know. I think that would be weird, and I think that's why I think like people literally, I guess, that are just totally enthralled with whatever they're told on social media and they don't think for themselves, do not realize that every single thing the Democrats accuse Republicans of doing are literally doing themselves. So
Biden's secret email.
so here's what I'm saying: if they're charging Trump with election interference, Democrats interfere with the election,
Yeah,
and they're covering their shit up by charging Trump.
how are we not impeaching Biden though? I get it, Kamala Harris is garbage,
I
but
don't know.
at least impeach. It's never going to go through on the Senate anyways because Democrats have control of the Senate. Manchin might vote for it. Sinema is an independent.
Manchin is actually thrown up in the air as running for an independent.
Yeah,
But if he does that, then Trump's guaranteed to win.
Sinema is independent already, right? Kristen Sinema or whatever from Arizona.
She's running for what?
Well, she's not running for anything. I'm just saying if they impeach Biden, like it'll go through the House, but I'm trying to figure out if it'll pass Senate because you have to get
Maybe.
60, right?
Yeah,
60 for impeachment.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's not majority,
No, it's not simple majority. It's,
so it's got to be 60. It's got to be.
I don't
super
even think
majority,
it's the
right?
Senate that does the impeachment. It's the House.
Well, the House does the impeachment, but the
Well,
Senate does the trial.
Yes.
So
And then, I don't know. The funny thing is, did Trump even go to, or he just didn't go to him?
he didn't go to him.
But
He didn't go to
I
anything
think
about
after that, it has to be 60. Then I think it has to go back to the House, and then it can be done. I don't know. It's like the whole back and forth bullshit thing.
Well, you got to do it. I mean, I'd say you got to impeach him. Just figure out what he actually did. Did he sell,
Yes.
government secrets for, foreign policy, made foreign policy for bribes?
Everything the Democrats went after Trump for when
Yes.
he was president, Biden did.
Yes.
And I don't think it was just Biden. I think it's like pretty much anyone in Washington.
Yeah.
It's
So
like they're all crooked assholes. This ended up being a long episode.
did it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember how long we were fucking around.
I'm pretty sure it's close to an hour.
But we're super professional,
Yeah.
even though we have no idea how long this episode is.
No idea.
But I
We
think
never
we
do.
covered everything.
I think so too.
Waiting for the mugshot to come out.
Yeah. So today
It'll be
is-
out by the time this comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Probably already out. I haven't looked at my phone lately.
I mean, I'm
So.
professional.
I am as well.
You're
Sometimes.
professional. If you were wondering what that last week was, that was Kevin.
My phone. I had my phone propped up so I could read the notes, and my phone went off a few times. It was on vibrate. So sorry, everybody, if you thought your phone or your butthole was vibrating. So, Josh, is that the mugshot?
Well, that's from Trump. I'll flash it up on the screen at this point.
Nah. Doesn't look very happy. He should have smiled.
He has very shadowy eyes.
Oh, must have been a late night.
I wonder if he's already selling T-shirts.
Maybe. But, all right, let's end this.
All right.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was The Lost Art of Common Sense.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week, everybody. Common sense. Common sense.
Common sense.
And we're out.
Trump is innocent.
You keep talking to the
I keep pointing.
Camera's
God
up there.
Damn it.